Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a great Daikaiser deck profile. So, with the Fighters Collection out, we can build more of these really cool decks now, which is, one of them is the Great Daikaiser deck. It's obviously a very sought after card because it is the most expensive card in the set, so yeah, let's just talk about the deck. So, starting Vanguard, I run Goyusha. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So next, I run three Great Daikaisers because he's the ace of the deck, and you don't need to run 4 because 4 is way too many, in my opinion. So 3 is enough. Actually, even 2 is enough. If you have 2 and you have Shadow Kaisers, it's perfectly fine. But I like to run 3 because I always get bad luck when I play this deck, so yeah. For those of you that don't know its effect, it's Counterblast 2. And it's a special Counterblast 2 Super Dimension Robos. And then after that, you may, when this card attacks, you may pay the cost, and then you can get an extra drive check. So it's not, you don't get two twin drives, but you get an extra drive check. So you get a triple drive check. So it's good combo with the Break Ride for obvious reasons. And next I run 3 Daikaisers. 3 of these are the starter set versions. So if you haven't seen the art for this, that's probably why, and you think it looks weird. I personally like this art better, but I have these in my hands, so why not? So in Daikaiser, the effect is Break Ride if a Dimension Robo rides on this, Dimensional Police rides on top of this unit. You can counterblast 1 to give it 10k power and an extra critical and a new effect. When you drive check a grade 3, you may retire a unit in your opponent's Guardian Circle. So basically you can wipe perfect guards. Obviously combo with this, you get 3 chances to wipe a perfect guard, or just an extra drive check in general. So that's always good. Next I run 2 Shadow Kaisers. His limit break effect is not really what you're looking for. His non-limit break effect is the better effect. Skill is counterblast, or limit break effect is when this card attacks, it gets plus 5k. So when it attacks a Vanguard, it gets plus 5k. So he can come in handy when you're out of counterblast, but most of the time you won't really ride him. His second skill is counterblast 1, move this card into Soul. Search your deck for 1 Great Daikaiser, Great Daikaiser, sorry. I'm getting the main names mixed up. Great Daikaiser, and then you may superior ride it. So basically, you have Daikaiser here, and then you just counterblast 1, put this into Soul, and superior ride this from your deck. If you don't have Daikaisers. Sorry if I'm confusing you guys. I'm confusing myself. So 2 Shadow Kaisers because Shadow Kaiser is gonna shadow. I don't even know what that means. Alright, and next I run 2 Great Daiyushas because his effect does not cost any counterblast, so you're pretty much swing at your opponent for extra critical every turn. It's decent. It's a decent card to ride into. Definitely when you're out of counterblast, you're gonna ride into this indefinitely because unless you're really low on hand cards and your opponent has really crappy columns, then you're probably gonna keep in this card. But most of the time, yeah. Also, if your opponent has really little hand cards and you are at 4 damage and he's at like 2 or 3 damage, you can just break right into this, swing, and they're probably gonna no guard because you're not gonna get an extra critical trigger when you're while that 2 damage, and then you drive check your critical trigger and then you win because that's how you play Vanguard. Yeah, Vanguard. Anyway, grade 2s, I run 2. I forgot his name. Super Dimension Robo. Super Dimension Robo Kaiser. I think it's Kaiser. Yes. He is basically the grade 2 version of Daikaiser. When a unit rides on top of this card, it gets plus 4k or plus 5k. So yeah, he's not too much use actually, because there's no cards in this deck that gain extra critical when you hit a certain threshold. So basically he's mainly used with a grade 1 so that you can superior ride early. The next I run 4 Die Dragons because Die Dragon is Die Dragon. And then I run this card, the promo. His skill is kind of +1, put this card into soul, and then you give one of your Super Dimension Robos a new skill. When this card attack hits the Vanguard, it gets 4k and a new skill. When this card attack hits, you may retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Mainly, you're not going to use this, yeah, but he might come in handy when you really want to pressure your opponent. So yeah. Next, oops, move these here, move that there. Next I run 4 of the Daikaiser card, Daikaiser I think his name is. Yeah, he's a 10k attacker. Die Brave, 3 Die Braves. Mainly he's used to replenish your hand early game because this deck does run out of hand really fast, since you do run a lot of grade 3s, and yeah, if you have to superior ride, you're going to lose a lot of hand cards. So it's a good idea to run this card so that you can replenish some of your hand and put some pressure on your opponent. And I run 3 of these. He is the promo card where when this card's in the rear guard circle and if you have Kaiser on your rear guard circle or on your Vanguard circle, you may counter +1, move this card into soul, and discard a grade 3, and then superior ride Daikaiser from your deck. So he's good because this deck really needs you to have Daikaiser as the break ride. Like you really need to break ride into Daikaiser, or just ride Daikaiser first in general. So next I run 4 Perfect Guards because Perfect Guards are Perfect Guards, and yeah. So last but not least, triggers, we want 8 crit because we want to crit our opponent to death, 4 draws, and 4 heal because it's a pretty self-explanatory deck. You can run a bit more draws if you want to, but I wouldn't do that because you might draw into all your grade 3s, and you don't want that because you want to drive check into them and kill your opponent's guardians. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. It's a very fun deck to play. This build in particular isn't really too competitive, I guess, but it's very fun to play. So yeah. Anyway, this is Karataku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!